Hey ISEC, my name is Michael Jalkio. I'm originally from the US, but I'm currently on the MC of ISEC in Romania, and today I'm standing as a member of the ISEC International team with a focus on organizational processes and systems. In this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and also my 3 promises if I'm selected for the team. So for my very brief ISEC experience, it actually started on the day I was born. My parents are both ISEC alumni, and my dad was very passionate about me joining ISEC as soon as I went to university. I was LCVP 2 times, first as VPIM and then as TM, and after that I went on a GIP to China. I was LCP of ISEC at Cornell in 2014, and in my final semester at university, I was on the national trainers team of ISEC in the United States, and also on the IMGS team. I started the 15-16 term as MC Incoming Global Entrepreneurs Manager for ISEC in Romania, and since November, I've been MCVP Organizational Development. This semester, I also am on the IMGST for the 2nd time in my ISEC career. Now, ISEC experiences are great, but if we want to grow disruptively this year, we're going to have to take outside perspectives. Let me tell you a little bit about my tech background, because I think that's the unique contribution I bring to the AI team. I graduated magna cum laude from Cornell University with a degree in computer science. My degree had concentrations in network science and artificial intelligence, and I also did robotics research. In addition to my major, I had 2 minors, one in information science and the other in operations research and management science. That basically meant that my degree was at the intersection of programming, how people interact with technology, and applying data to solve business problems. While I was a student, I was also a teaching assistant for 3 years, first teaching intermediate and later advanced computer science courses. In addition to my time at university, I also have 9 months of work experience in Silicon Valley. My first internship was with a company called Workday that had just IPO'd and was basically exiting the startup phase. At that company, I learned a lot about agile processes, about web development, and about developing enterprise software. My second internship was with Palantir Technologies. It's a startup that develops data analysis software for solving the world's most challenging problems. Palantir is currently valued at $20 billion, making it the 4th most valuable private company in the entire world. Now, I don't really enjoy talking about my resume, but I think that my skill sets and my background are what ISEC needs right now. Reading through the PAI applications, you saw words like hacking, tech, big data, entrepreneurship, agile methods, lean methods. All these things that are being pulled from the startup world, and I have that background. I graduated from an Ivy League university that was ranked 4th by Forbes magazine as the most entrepreneurial university in the US, and I also have a lot of experience working in Silicon Valley for companies that are developing all these things that are now seeping everywhere into the business world and also into ISEC. Given this context of where our organization is right now, I think that I can make a really big impact from Rotterdam this year. If selected for the AI team, what do I want to achieve? Well, I have 3 promises. The first is a simple and beautiful open platform. The second is empowering data-driven decisions. And the third is disruptive partnerships. To show what needs to be achieved in the open platform next year, I've created a separate video that compares Airbnb, the most famous 2-sided platform, to ISEC's own opportunity portal. If you watch that video, it's clear that the OP's process is bad. It takes 18 clicks on the OP before I get frustrated and I just stop. Where on Airbnb, it takes 15 clicks to finish the entire process. That process is the first interaction most people have with ISEC, and if I'm selected for the team, fixing it will be the first priority of my term. And I'm not saying that we should be comparing ourselves to Airbnb. Airbnb has 500 technical staff, and we're just moving from 2 to 6. Airbnb has raised over $2 billion of funding, and ISEC is struggling to crowdfund $50,000. So we're definitely not the same. But there's a lot that can be learned from Airbnb, and I have looked up a lot on my own. In fact, there's a great article, I'll link it here, growthhackers.com, that really goes through how Airbnb managed to scale so much in a short amount of time, and I encourage you to look at it. My second promise is empowering data-driven decisions. There are 3 parts of this. The first is to improve the analytics that Expa currently has on our operations. The second is to collect data about how people use our platforms and use that to shape our operations. And the third is to actually get inputs from the network on what needs to be developed. The operations, the first one, the analytics there, are already being developed, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. But the second one, we need to ask questions like, how many users come to the OP on mobile devices? What is the first thing that people search for after they sign up? And things like, what can we change in the user interface that will boost our click-through rates? This is what drives every tech company today, and we need to start to look at that data. So for the third part, asking the network about our development priorities, I've already started to work on it. I launched a survey and I got a little bit less than 300 responses, representing every region within ISEC, and the results were pretty upsetting. Over 2/3 of people believe that our systems are currently a bottleneck for our operations. 13% believe that it's not a bottleneck, and the rest of the people are just unsure. Our system's internal NPS score is a -66. Over 70% of people are currently detractors for our platform. When asked about the priorities right now for the system, it wasn't LDM assessments, NPS, or advanced analytics. Over 50% of people just want the system to have no more bugs. My final promise is disruptive partnerships. We know that money is a major issue right now when we're talking about our systems. And in order to solve that problem, we have to partner with organizations that can provide us technical expertise without breaking the bank. Look at my blank paper challenge for more information about this promise. ISEC 2020 is amazing. We're shaping what we do around what the world needs. We're being accessible to everyone, everywhere, and we're growing disruptively. These are beautiful statements. Not only that, but we're not even an organization anymore, but a youth leadership movement. I want to be a part of this movement next year, and I want to help lead this movement. Thank you for watching my application.